My 13-year-old lab developed hypothyroidism, now has laryngeal paralysis. Vet has him on omeprazole to prevent acid reflux. Any alternatives? I feed him raw. What else can I do for support? So Pamela, I recommend rewatching if you didn't watch the live Q&A from last night with Dr. Odette Suter, because we actually talked a lot about acid reflux, and she actually talked a lot about, and rewatch her webinar too, because she talks about the vagal nerve stimulation and how this can be related to laryngeal function. So she has a lot of great tools, and she shared an amazing video in our Facebook community where they're singing. I think it was happy birthday. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was happy birthday, and the dog was howling, and it was helping to calm the dog right before the appointment. And what was really nice is that it was actually stimulating the vagal nerve. So that, looking at the vagus, looking at, okay, well, something, we know things are off. We know the thyroid health is off. Are we using, I love using glandulars. So these are things like desiccated organs. I use a lot of standard process supplements for my patients, looking at, once again, what's going on in the microbiome. Maybe if you already haven't, doing an animal biome test. So you're looking at what microbes are present in that gut, and what foods are we feeding? And then don't just remove, we talked about this last night, don't just remove omeprazole. This is where we need to figure out other things, and then slowly decrease that omeprazole. So this can, if your pet, I have patients that come to me that have been on these drugs for literally years and years. So if I were to take them off, like even just after a month or two, they would probably get that rebound acid reflux we were talking about last night, and they would get really sick. And so what I tend to do is I start adding in additional supplements. I'm adding in things that are going to support gut health, using things like slippery elm, aloe. I love using licorice root. There's different supplements that help like combine all of those together. There's a few in that full script area, so definitely check that out for digestive support. But work with your veterinarian, or make sure you're partnering with an integrative veterinarian, because there's a lot of different factors. So these things may help, or there could be other routes that we would take based on looking at the history, what's going on with that pet, their constitution, because everything plays a part.